Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about my strongman competition that I did on the weekend, which was the Blacktown Show Showdown, and it was an amateur / novice strongman comp, which was perfect for beginners to your novice competitors. This was my second individual strongman comp. The first time I'd ever done one was in November last year, I think. I did New South Wales Strongest Novice and I jumped into the open division, really pushed myself there, and then an opening came up for this competition and I was so excited to try it out. I wasn't sure how I was going to go though, because I did HYROX Taiwan literally 7 days before, and that was a crazy race, and coming back from the race my body was pretty fried because I didn't sleep the night after my HYROX race, and then I didn't sleep on the plane either. So my recovery was really in the red, and then I ended up getting a head cold and just feeling super run down. But once I got to the venue, I feel like the vibes were just so high. Everyone was so excited, and seeing all of my friends, I just felt like I needed to try and see how I'd go throughout the events. This particular competition was super inclusive. It had adaptive divisions as well as your beginner and pre-intermediate category. So beginner is for those who it's their first strongman comp, really want to give it a go. Pre-intermediate was more for the beginners as well, if you wanted to push yourself on those heavier weights, and also just for those novice competitors who haven't quite won a novice competition before. So I signed up for the pre-intermediate category, and the event that I'd say I was most concerned about were the deadlifts, but we'll get to that when we get there. This competition had 5 events. The first event was the farmer's carry ladder. The pre-intermediate women's category started at 50 kilos, then it had 55 kilos, and then 60 kilos for max distance within the 75-second time cap. Now, heading into this first event, I thought that we just had 3 different weights, and then the fastest to get through obviously had a better score, but it ended up being max distance, and I didn't realize that until we started. My strategy for this was just to hold on and last as long as possible. I used liquid chalk, which I haven't used in quite a long time, but my friend Sam had some liquid chalk, so I used that, which really helped me get my grip on those farmers handles. It was quite warm and humid on that day, and a lot of athletes were affected by the heat, so making sure that I had that extra grip was crucial for these farmers. And the grass was also quite slick and slippery at this time as well. There were also some divots and some slippery dirt, so I really just did not want to fall. Usually I move quite fast through the lighter farmers, but the 60 kilos for me was quite a push, so I just wanted to get through it, and I ended up with an event win. I think I literally won by 10 centimeters on that first event. Refueling after the farmer's carry event with my hybrid fuel. I'm going to put the link in bio, and I'm going to shake that up with my amazing Only Lift shaker from West Side Talks. I need some carbs. What's this called? Hot cross buns. Having hot cross buns. My brain doesn't work today. Just did the farmer's carry event. I'm excited that the first event's down. All the nervous energy is gone. And now the next few events will be really, really fun. Going into the next event, which was the overhead medley. We had 3 implements in our overhead medley. We had a monster dumbbell, an axle, and a log. Monster dumbbell was 25 kilos. The axle was 45 kilos, and the log was 43 kilos and 10 inches, I think. I was nervous coming into this event though, because I hadn't tried this event as prescribed. I have worked on each implement in isolation during some of the strongman sessions I've done, but I hadn't put it all together yet. And the monster dumbbell has been hit or miss with me. And with this event, it was a choose your own adventure. So you could start and finish wherever you wanted, as long as you get through it as fast as you can. Then obviously the faster you get through it, the higher your score is going to be. So for me, I started on the monster dumbbell because that one gave me a little bit more anxiety and I was really nervous about that. So I started there, then I worked straight to the axle and then to the log. My camera ran out of memory after the monster dumbbell, but I promise you I did the other 2 implements. I just made sure to really look out and listen for the commands, because at my first Strongman Comp, I rushed a log and I dropped it and I had to redo the rep because the ref hadn't told me that it was a clear rep. So I was really taking my time on my lockouts, making sure that I hit them so that I didn't have to waste crucial time redoing an implement. Ended up coming away with a first place on the medley by less than a second, which is crazy. So definitely going to work on my transitions for next time. The next event was deadlifts. I was placed first coming into this event, which meant that I went last in the deadlifts, and I did get to see everyone else smash their deadlifts. And this is an event that I was nervous about because 130 kilos on an axle bar is quite heavy for me. I haven't trained it a lot. In fact, I haven't trained deadlifts a lot in the last year. In training, I did do a PB of 3 reps on this using mixed grip. But this day I realized I did need to use straps if I wanted to get 3 reps or more, because grip was going to be crucial. Luckily, one of my friends borrowed me her straps and the ref strapped me into the barbell and I was pretty much good to go. So my goal was to get 3 reps and I ended up getting 8 reps, which was crazy. And I really sold my soul here. I did have enough time to get a few more reps in, but my body just, isn't strong enough. Hopefully I can make them a strength in the future. And I placed 5th on that event. You'll also see that I'm wearing a mouth guard. I wore a mouth guard for most of the events in Strongman, and that's because I tend to really clench my jaw when I'm lifting heavy, and I want to protect the nerves in my teeth and just protect my teeth in general. I bought it off of Amazon and I've used it during HYROX games, during my training sessions and all things fitness. So if you guys are keen, I'll put the link in the bio if you want to check out the mouth guard. It comes in so many different colors and it's not too bulky and it's so easy to set up, and it just is perfect at protecting your teeth, especially during those heavy lifts. A strategy that helped me during the deadlifts was to kneel. So instead of wasting time taking my hands off the bar and then having to strap back in again, and by that time the ref wouldn't have been allowed to help me strap back in, so I'd have to do it myself. Kneeling down helped me after rep 3 to compose myself and to rest so that I wasn't frying my back just standing hunched over. So highly recommend doing that if you need a little bit of a break during a heavy deadlift set. Just kneel down, keep your hands strapped in, and that's going to save you so much time. Event number 4 was the carry medley, and this is something I was really excited about. You got to get through each implement, carry it to the other side. It was another choose your own adventure type one where you could start and finish wherever you wanted. As long as you got through all 3, you got a complete score and faster score 1. I started with the yoke because that was the one that I wasn't very confident with because I hadn't practiced it. So I started there and then I went to the anvil and then the sandbag. With these choose your own adventure type events, I tried not to waste time by going to another implement that was further away or anything like that. I tried to stay relatively in order so that I wasn't wasting time transitioning in between, and I was just getting through it as fast as possible. So the yoke felt really good. In fact, it moved really fast, and believe it or not, I almost tripped on those first few steps because there was a divot in the ground, and I swear my life flashed before my eyes, but I got through it, and I just made sure that my transitions in between were as fast as possible because I knew that that's where I could make up some time, and I came away with an event win there. Into event number 5, which was the final event of the day. I went last because I was placing first, so that was a good advantage. However, I did not use that advantage very well. Event number 5 was the sandbag over yoke. I think the yoke was set at 1.1 or 1.2 meters for us. So me being a tall athlete, yes, I did have an advantage there getting the sandbag over. The sandbag was 60 kilos and you had 60 seconds to get through as many reps as possible. Now, my friend Ava showed me a video of her doing a similar event at a different comp, and she was swinging around the sides, which made the transitions a lot faster. You weren't allowed to go through the yoke. You had to go completely around the yoke anyway for safety. So that technique really helped me, and during the warm-up I used a lighter sandbag just to practice a few reps with that technique, and then I sat down in my chair and visualized what I was going to do before I did it. I, again, did not want to waste my energy using the 60-kilo sandbag and practicing because there was no point. By event number 5, which was the last event, I was definitely warmed up. I was feeling really exhausted and just ready to finish this event. Because I was ranked first, I went last in this event, and something that I probably would have done if I had the chance again is I would have counted the reps of my other competitors, because I was so tired and I was just focusing on eating, conserving my energy, and yeah, just chilling out. I wasn't counting my competitors' reps. I was just cheering them on, sitting in my little chair and gazebo. If I had counted their reps, it probably would have given me a little bit more of a goal to work towards. I tried to make my transition time as fast as possible. So literally as soon as I got to the other side, I was already trying to make contact with the bag and trying to pick it up. 60 seconds is not a lot of time. So you just have to really lock in, push through that pain and that exhaustion and just get it done. I ended up coming away with 10 reps, which was awesome, and that secured me another event win. After that event, the scores were counted and the podium ceremony was conducted, and I came away with the win in the pre-intermediate category, which was so awesome. I did not expect to get on the podium that day. I think it was just my mindset of being super cool, calm and collected, and I was in a very low stress state because I didn't have expectations. That helped me perform really well. And I journaled a lot about this because I want to use this mindset for my future events, at my next HYROX, HYROCON games, whatever I do. I want to have this mindset of just do the best that you can on the day, because sometimes you're going to be sick, sometimes you're just going to have a bad day, you're not going to perform as good as you have before. But as long as you can give what you can give on the day, then you're going to have no regrets. And the cool thing about Strongman is that you don't have to be amazing at every single event to do well. Like deadlifts for me have been a big hole in my fitness, and even at my last Strongman Comp, like I ranked pretty low in my deadlifts. I actually think I came last. If there's a Strongman competition that piques your interest and you're not quite sure if you can do one of the events because the weights are a little bit heavy, or you don't think you're going to be amazing at all the events, that is so fine and that is so normal, because not everyone excels at every single event in a competition. It's just about doing your best at each event and then seeing where you stack up overall, and you'll end up coming away with PBs anyway. And I think that's the awesome thing about the sport, is that even if you don't win, you'll probably surprise yourself and come away with some PBs and things that you probably had no idea that you could do. Don't be scared. Sign up for a Strongman Comp. Give it your all. I honestly think the best thing I've ever done was sign up to a Strongman gym and train with Strongman athletes, because it's given me an edge for all of my other hybrid fitness competitions. And it's also just made me a little bit more of a more confident person. And I just really enjoy being in that environment and that community. So if you guys want to join a Strongman gym, let me know, send me a DM and I can give you some recommendations. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my little recap of my Strongman Comp. And if you guys have any questions or any ideas for a future video, let me know. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day. See you soon.